Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Blackshear. Today we're going to be doing round 2 of incredibly chic things. Today I have about 6 or so incredibly chic things for you guys. And honestly, I love the essence of chic and literally just analyzing people and why I think that they are so chic. Really, all of this is a science, and luxury and chic, they're sisters, not twins, but sisters. So let's get down to business and get into these 6 or so incredibly chic things. Also, before we dive right into this video, definitely make sure to subscribe. I post about 1 to 2 videos per week, not including shorts videos, so I would love it if you guys would stick around. Also, breaking down today's outfit, I am wearing this new jacket that my mom just got me for Christmas. It's more so like a shacket, but it is made out of denim material, and then underneath I just have this cider long sleeve button up, very thin and just comfortable material. And then I have this belt on. I got it from an antique mall and she's just like the perfect size. And then for pants, we're wearing, actually these are from Cider as well, but I did steal them from my sister, so thank you, sister, for letting me raid your closet. For our boots, we've got some black cowgirl boots on. These actually go up to here. I kept them in my pants. And then we just got this cowgirl straw hat from Goodwill about a week or 2 ago. I am so obsessed with cowgirl hats in general, specifically like the straw ones. I think are so cute. Starting off strong with the first incredibly chic thing is having your nails done all the time. Honestly, it really just goes into like having a really good sense of self-care and like keeping it a routine thing. I am so bad at like routine maintenance when it comes to stuff like that. Right now, my nails are not done at all, but also I just like, I don't really enjoy doing my nails too much. I don't enjoy going to the nail salon. If I were to keep up that maintenance, I would likely go to the nail salon and probably just get like, I don't know, French tips are super cute. Anyway, I've said it once and I'll say it again. I am not a nail girly, but I am positively envious of the nail girlies because y'all look so good, and I just think that it's so chic when your nails are always done. Bonus points if your toes are always done. Every time I see someone bust their dogs out and they have like a fresh pedicure, you just seem like you have your entire life together because your toes are done. Like, it's crazy. As you can probably imagine, my toes are not done, and they are rarely done. I feel like I do keep them done more often during the summertime. Your toes are out more often during the summertime, not so much during the winter. And this is not to say at all whatsoever that in order to be chic, you have to like go to the nail salon every 1 or 2 weeks to get your nails done. I feel like it's also super chic to like do them yourself and just take care of your own nails. Even if it's like a cute little clear coat, I find that so beautiful. You just look so rich when you have a nice little clear coat on and your fresh cuticles and whatever. Y'all girls are doing it right. I do low-key have beef with like the nude nail polish, like the ones that are always called bubble bath or ballerina, or I don't know, just something like really pale. If your nails are done, you look good, period. But if I were to choose a color, it would definitely not be a pale like skin tone color. And I really can't talk because mine are literally natural, but I love a natural nail also. That's the first thing that I just find so incredibly chic. Okay, so the next thing that I find incredibly chic is having a big girl bag. When I say big girl bag, I definitely mean like a nice tote or like a Birkin or something like that. But really just that bag that you can take throughout the entirety of life with you is really just going to like stand the test of time, and you can do anything with this bag. You can carry all of your essentials in this bag. If you need a camera, your camera can fit in this bag. You have 2 phones, you got 2 phones in your bag. shoes, whatever essentials that you need in your life, you can have all of this in your big girl bag. Currently, I feel like I have 2 big girl bags. This Marc Jacobs tote bag is my main big girl bag. I take this girl traveling with me anytime I get on a plane. Like, this girl is my personal item. She doesn't look that big or like she can fit that much, but she be stuffed. She can fit a lot. And this one is the medium-sized bag, so I can only imagine how much you could fit into the full-size bag. And then I think they also have a mini size of this bag. I have the medium size, and she's honestly just perfect. She works internationally, and I know that like so many different airlines and airports always have different size variations for what they consider a personal item or luggage of all sizes. This girl hasn't failed me yet, and I am so happy about that. She is in fact the canvas one, which also just makes it even easier to stuff her with crap because she's gonna stretch. Since it's also black and white, I can just pair it with any outfit because it's not like a color that I couldn't easily pair with another color. Secondly, this girl I got from Goodwill. I mainly use this bag for like carrying equipment and stuff, and I will likely now be taking her with me for vacations and travels. Once again, she fits all of my stuff. Gear that I need with me for like shooting content and whatnot, I always put it in this bag now. And if you guys have not seen this bag before, definitely go check out my What's in My Bag content creator edition. This is the girl that you will see featured and stuffed with all of my equipment. Such a durable bag because of the material, and she's also just super chic looking. I feel like having a big girl bag that you actually invested into is like peak adult girl. Because bags are not cheap, and obviously this is not me saying like go out and spend 20 bands on a Birkin or even $1,000 on a bag. You can very much get a great everyday big girl bag for under $100, honestly, if you shop correctly. This girl was $300 for this size, which is not terrible, especially because I plan to keep her for my entire life. You can invest in a bag. I definitely recommend it. If you can't invest that much into a bag, shop wisely. As we all know, like half of my wardrobe is secondhand. Actually, more than half of my wardrobe is secondhand. I do not own a bunch of very many new items, and the new items that I do have are mainly like gifted for collabs and stuff like that. So I don't really be shopping new that often. We talking budgeting, I'm your girl. But I definitely recommend getting a big girl bag if you just want like an easier life by 1%. They are so useful, and you will just feel like so much more put together. That unprepared feeling because your bag wasn't big enough for you to take the things that you needed with you, that is like the worst feeling. You knew that you needed these items, but you didn't take them with you because you didn't have a bag that you could actually do life with. Big girl bags, kind of essential. Okay, yo, I know I'm looking a little bit crazy and low-key like a pimp, but the next thing that I find incredibly chic is having really nice quality and or just really good looking outerwear, particularly in the colder states. Practically living in your outerwear, so you might as well invest in pieces that you actually like the look of. And then obviously the quality is like the most important thing because you actually need to stay warm when it's that cold outside. side. I do feel like it's a lot trickier to find affordable outerwear that's really gonna get the job done and looks really good. However, I highly recommend vintage and thrift shopping, specifically Goodwill if you're gonna go secondhand. Goodwill is definitely gonna be your cheapest option when it comes to really nice outerwear. A lot of these vintage and antique trendy secondhand places are just gonna charge you up the bum for coats and things and just nice outerwear because they know that it's valuable and cute and people really need it. So I highly recommend if you're gonna do secondhand for outerwear, go to Goodwill because honestly, there's so many incredible finds. Most of my outerwear is actually from Goodwill. I mean, I guess it depends on what state you're in. Obviously, I'm in Arizona, in the Valley specifically, so our outerwear section probably isn't gonna be as plucked through as other locations in different states. It's not as essential here. Yeah, just definitely I would suggest try your luck at Goodwill if you want good quality outerwear, specifically if you're going for fur as well. To get into this look, I kind of just paired together like all of my favorite pieces. This hat is vintage. I do think that she's actually fur because she feels like it. She feels like real fur. And then it's brown. She fits perfectly on my head. I love her so much. This coat, she's my baby. I love her so much. It's actually vintage Dennis Basso. And I did get this from an antique mall, but it was actually a pretty decent price. Don't exactly know if it's real fur. I would assume that it's not real fur, but it definitely feels like could be real. But I'm assuming that it's not because Dennis Basso is not like a super old brand and most designers have moved away from dealing with real fur. So however, it is extremely warm and I got it for either $80 or $90, which is great because most like secondhand, specifically antique and vintage places would be selling this for like $300 and that's just not usually in my budget. So when I saw that this was $80 or $90, I was like, thank you, yes please. And she's just such a great length as well and she just moves so nicely. I love her. And this color is just absolutely gorgeous. Like, she's definitely a showstopper in the streets for sure, but she's also just like the coziest, most practical coat. If it was up to me, my closet will be filled with fur coats. I love them so much. Every single time I see them, I'm like, wow, I need that one also. I need all of them. And they instantly elevate literally any outfit, especially because it's your outerwear. It doesn't even matter what you have on as your base. If you've got a nice coat, you're doing the darn thing. But enough ranting about the coat. Obviously, like your accessories also matter as well when it comes to outerwear. Definitely get some scarves in your rotation. For one, they elevate your outfit, and two, they're practical. You just need warmth in the winter time. And then also these little booties are new as well. This is what they actually look like. So I mainly want to wear them with pants because they do look like a little funny, but I do feel like if I had on a cuter sock, it would be way nicer without pants. But right now I'm wearing some little Adidas, so that's not cute. But she looks real good with my pants covering her. These booties are vintage. I just got them like probably a month ago. I'm in love with them. They're very comfortable and just so awesome. Love the shape of them. Anyway, on to the next. The next thing that I find incredibly chic is healthy hair. Like, you can always tell when a gal just takes really good care of herself, specifically her hair, when like she's walking around with her fresh little blowout, not a split end in sight, all shiny, healthy, and beautiful. Those girls, they really understand. And obviously this goes for like every ethnicity and hair type, because when you get a blowout, it doesn't matter what your curl pattern is, you can tell if you got split ends or not. That blowout will show everything. Woo! It be exposing us in our hair health. Hair health is definitely something that I've been thinking a lot more about, especially because I've been having my fro out natural for like over a year now. I just recently got braids again. Safe to say, I wasn't taking care of my hair as well as I thought I was, mainly just like skipping out on haircuts. I had not gotten a haircut in a couple years. I could really tell, like when I would do my fro, it was just so knotted, and I know that it's because I wasn't cutting my hair and like moisturizing my ends like I should have been doing. So right before I got my braids, I actually got a deep conditioning treatment and then also cut off my split ends. I don't know if we got all of them, but we definitely did a little bit of something. And honestly, probably when I take these braids out, I might think about doing another haircut just because I want to make sure like all those split ends are gone so that I have healthy, nourished, and growing hair. I do appreciate that braids kind of just like protect any sort of messing with your hair. Since I'm not picking out my hair, I'm not doing that extra step of like messing with it and probably putting more split ends or just more knots in it. Definitely enjoying having braids, and I have been doing like oil on my scalp more often since I've had braids. So I'm just trying to like keep up the hair maintenance. Honestly, hair maintenance is just so much work for literally whatever hair that you have. I feel like hair maintenance is, you have to be just so intentional about it. And it takes so much effort in like research and learning how your hair works and what it does and what it doesn't like. And all my curly girls, we be going through it when it comes to hair maintenance day. But I do always just find it so incredibly chic and beautiful when you can just really tell that someone takes care of their hair, because you can always tell, like it's just so bouncy and shiny and lush looking. And I want to be one of those people with really healthy looking hair. I feel like we should all strive to have healthy hair. It's not even just about looking good, it's about taking care of yourself. The epitome of being chic at its foundation is literally taking care of yourself. So many of these things can just go back to, oh, she takes care of herself. That's just the bare bones of being chic. Being intentional about taking care of yourself, making sure that your body is in its healthiest form. But yeah, if you needed a sign to go think about your hair more, let this be it. Go look up some YouTube videos right after this about hair maintenance and get on your hair grind. The next thing that I find incredibly chic is also like tying back into the thing where I was saying basically like self-care is at the foundation of all of these. But the next thing is any sort of like sporty activity or honestly just like movement routine I find so incredibly chic, because once again it really just means that you're taking care of yourself and taking your health very seriously. I'm really not much of a gym girly. Like when I go to the gym, I'm doing treadmill because I care about my heart health. Like cardio is really good for you, especially when you're sweating, because that's the thing that's really gonna heal your body is the sweating. And then if I'm doing anything else, it's probably like weightlifting, like one of those machines. But honestly, I don't do anything too crazy when I do go to the gym, which is usually every week. But aside from that, I feel like tennis and pickleball and soccer, or just like any sporty activity, hiking, those things are just so good for you. And people are meant to move way more than we move, at least in the United States. Since we're like so work focused here, your physical activity is not something that people are taking extremely seriously. It's really, really important to take care of yourself and be active. My sport of choice is pickleball. Let's clip her. But actually, my best friend Shelby, who I'm going to Texas to see tomorrow, she got me this pickleball set for my birthday last year, I believe. Very cute. I'm pretty sure it's just off of Amazon. Like, I'm pretty sure I've seen this set on Amazon. So if I do find it, I will link it or ask her for the exact link. It's been so fun getting into pickleball. I know it's like trendy now, which I did not expect, but it's good that we're making something that's good for you trendy because a lot of our trends are not actually good for you. Pickleball is good for you because it's an activity and we all need to be a bit more active. It's also really nice when it's an activity that you can do with other people. Honestly, that's good and bad because like I can't just go play pickleball by myself, which kind of sucks because when I do want to go play pickleball, then I have to be like, hey, anybody want to go play pickleball? And then everybody's busy, or like we have to plan for 2 weeks from now or something. Hashtag adults. It is nice being able to do a physical activity with somebody else because it's like bonding time and kind of accountability as well. Like you both need each other to do this thing, then you guys are both doing this thing that's really good for you. Definitely recommend some pickleball if you haven't gotten into it already. And then also this outfit, this little play suit, and it is a play suit, so like they're short all the way down to here. This is actually from Savage X Fenty, which I love this so much. I'm actually gonna be wearing it as a swimsuit in the summertime, and it honestly came at just the perfect time because I was literally looking for swimsuits on Amazon like 3 days before this came to my doorstep. I was like, oh my gosh, this is literally perfect. I don't think that they intended for me to use it as a swimsuit, but it is like swim material, honestly. Maybe it's like some sort of hybrid piece where you can just do anything that you want in it. Like, it's so difficult to find modest swimsuits. It's actually insane, and I love the sporty looking ones. Obviously, I'm not really wearing a bikini because that's pretty immodest, or at least that's how I feel about my modesty journey. I do not want to wear bikinis. There's still like a bunch of one pieces where your butt's still hanging out, or like it's cut a little funny so that it's more bodycon or whatever, but this one is just like very much sporty vibe. Like it's still the racer back, which is whatever, but since it's shorts, it's covering the entirety of my butt, which is perfect. So catch me in this little baby all summer long. I don't even get in the water that much, but it's mainly also because I don't have swimsuits. Very happy about this girl. These shorts are from French Connection UK, if you were wondering what that said, but that's the brand name. Yeah, I kind of just threw these on so that I'm not so in a swimsuit looking thing, just like a little bit more coverage. And then these little sneakers are from Just Fab. Actually, I'm so obsessed with this outfit. Like, I wasn't even intending on this possibly being my favorite outfit, but it is. Definitely, if you haven't found like a physical activity that you feel pretty connected to, I would recommend trying out a lot of them. Like, you could even turn it into a challenge, like take one of your friends and be like, hey, let's try all these different activities so that we can see which one sticks, and it's just good for our lifestyles. And then last but not least, the final thing that I find incredibly chic is being on time. And this is not a drag to anyone that chronically late all the time. I just find it particularly chic when people are literally always on time. And actually, I do have one friend who's always on time / early. Early is even like, wow, I think that you're so chic and put together. And that friend is Daryl. Shout out to Daryl. He's always on time or early. I honestly don't know how he does it every single time. I don't know how you do it. I used to be on time. Honestly, before I got into my career, I was always on time, but now I'm always a little bit late, and it's actually very annoying. And I be doing my due diligence, like up, doing my routine and blah, 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 my makeup, getting things done, because I'm doing so much in this span of time, like between when I wake up and until I need to be somewhere. Very annoying, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, yeah, I just find it so incredibly chic. I really appreciate everybody who is always on time or always early. Very big props to y'all. And honestly, I feel like being extremely time savvy probably opens some doors for you as well, because people in a professional setting going to look at you crazy if you pull up late. It's definitely a bit more lax in the creative spaces. For this one, I definitely pulled out my cute little watch. I just got this from my dad. It definitely needs new batteries because this time is not accurate and it's not ticking. I should probably get a new battery in there, but I think she's so cute anyway. I know that in my last incredibly chic video, I said that watches are just extremely chic. Yeah, I'm doubling down on that and saying being on time and or early is actually way more chic. I say all that to say being put together is really such a lifestyle. A lot of us appear very put together online, at least, and I feel like you should really watch your thoughts when it comes to those people. Really just understanding that social media is not real life. Even if someone is sharing like the utmost of their lives with you, you're still not getting the whole entire picture. So when you see people that just appear so put together and like perfect online, always remember this is not real life. People are struggling with things every single moment of every single day that they're not telling you about. It's still their life, and at the end of the day, everybody gets to choose what they do and do not share with anybody else. Those are the things that I find incredibly chic, and I'll probably be making a third edition of this video because I could talk about chicness and luxury all day long. Once again, comment down below a couple things that you find incredibly chic, and hopefully we will talk about them in the next video. I would also love some new ideas about how I can be even more chic in my everyday life, because there's a lot of chic gals out there and I can use some more tips. Thank you very much. Once again, follow me on Instagram if you want to see more of like my creative visions come to life. I definitely post more like campaigns and photo shoots over there on my Instagram. Definitely subscribe so that you can see weekly videos with me, because I love creating for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next week. Bye!